Hello to all tarnished and ashen ones. In this video I will talk about high FPS in Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring. Well, Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring has weird frame pacing where your inputs are actually affected by how much FPS you have. For instance, people who play at 30 FPS would have problems with input delays. But if your game is at 60 FPS, your inputs will respond twice as fast. If the player has more than 60 FPS, the odds are his inputs will respond faster than the average 60 FPS player. But this does not just affect inputs, it actually affects attack animation too, making it a bit faster. This is a comparison video of weapon animation. And, of course, the more frames you have, the more likely you can react and dodge an attack. This is the advantage that people with higher FPS had over the average 60 FPS players. They can react by dodging anything you throw at them. They are certainly still possible to hit or attack. But it's hard to hit people who have high FPS because they have a frame rate advantage over the average 60 FPS players. And, of course, they have input superiority too. You might want to ask if the person who used high FPS was a cheater. At high FPS, you have better input responses and, of course, more frames to dodge enemy attacks. And, of course, more responsive controls overall. People who still play at 30 or 60 FPS are definitely going to have a hard time playing against people who have input superiority. I guess we can just call people who used FPS unlock as a cheater because Dark Souls 3 physics ties with FPS. According to experienced duelists I know, high FPS on PvP is atrocious. If you're fighting a high latency player with high FPS, your attack will feel like it was a low latency fight. But on the other end, the opponent's point of view is like double latency. For example, in this one clip where I duel my good friend Fractal.
You suck. You can't even play. Get good, go play PvE, you scrub.
The only way to know if someone is using high FPS on PvP is to pay attention to how long your hits take to go through versus how long their hits take to go through. Usually, a player who has high FPS will hit you very early. To be honest, people who play at high FPS are mostly people who only want to win and aren't looking to get better at the game. And remember, they're classified as cheaters in most dueling communities. So in conclusion, high FPS or anything that is above 60 is cheating. I guess that's it. I have covered everything I know. I have nothing else to say. Thanks for watching for those who watched till the end. If I miss anything about how FPS affects Dark Souls 3 or Elden Ring, just comment below. Make sure to subscribe to Dark Spirit Liliana and don't forget to comment down below. May the flames guide your way.